We back. Another review,
Going
episode
on.
5 of What If. Back, we did a back to back. We had instead of the cookout or traditional cookout show, we did episode 4 because we didn't do that last week, and now we're coming to you with an episode 5 review of What If here on the channel today. Imani, how you doing? First and foremost, mental health check.
I'm doing very well. Had a therapy session today. Shout out to all of those who have seeked help for their problems. I must say, therapy is so lit. Now that I've been doing it for a long time, I don't think I'm gonna stop.
Hey, you know what? I gotta shout out Steve from Blues Cruise because that video that they put out yesterday, was that not like literally? I can't come up with a better example of emotional intelligence than that video right there. Like that's what they should teach in school. Cause
That
man,
that was amazing, and I'm not gonna hold you. I was not expecting to cry. I cried. I was like, yo, this man don't understand. Like the most impactful episode I remember was when Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper gave birth to Paprika because
yo,
my brother Louis was born around that time, and I remember they were making like a big deal about it. Yo, like Blue's Clues was my life.
I didn't realize how like
Important.
much that thing affected me until the video came out yesterday. I was like, yo. And then the other, so their whole campaign Nick Jr. is doing for the 25th anniversary of Blues Clues, man. That it's man, it's so good, man. The nostalgia. When Steve came back in that first video, I was hyped. I was like, oh look, Steve, because I hadn't seen Steve since he left the show, really. And then
Wait, they did other promo stuff besides that?
yeah, go look on Nick Jr.'s, like, cause that's the first thing I saw. I don't know, it popped up on my timeline. Somebody retweeted it, and because it was the 25th anniversary, and like, so they had Steve come up, and it was like a montage of like all the episodes. I guess the premiere episodes he was in from '96 till 2002 when he left the show, and then Joe came on, and then he did from 2002 to 2004, and then they brought the show back. They ended the show. There was a hiatus from 2004 to 2019 when they got the new guy. And I forget it. I don't know his name.
I
But man, that was a great
no,
video.
I think it's Joe.
No, Joe's the second guy. Joe's the guy who replaced Steve's because
Wait, that's
Steve brought him on. He said, "This is my brother Joe,
mm-hmm.
and he's going to be doing the show from here on out while I go to college." And like, I remember being a kid, like thinking, "Okay, he's going to college. It's about to be a temporary thing," and then he never came back, and it was like, oh. And I stopped watching the show.
I
That's what.
remember
But I
being
remember that last episode. It was traumatic. That was very sad. That was the first time I remember being sad about a TV show.
I remember being in middle school when he did that, and the rumors were endless. No, not
Y'all
middle school.
had rumors. They couldn't have been middle school. You were in elementary school. That was 2002.
Okay, yeah, so you're right. I was not in middle school, but I remember rumors. He went to jail. No, he ain't good. Like just crazy stuff. And I kind of forgot. I don't want to say I forgot about it, but I remembered the rumors more than the episode, and that just brought it completely back. Like I saw someone on Twitter like, "Yo, what if he like brought it back, like went back on the show, but instead of like talking about Blues Clues, like he taught us how to do taxes and stuff." Because I would watch it. I would absolutely watch it, even if I don't need our help on that particular episode. Like, yo, Joe, please. Like, he needs an episode how to fill out the FAFSA, even though we're past that. That was a struggle. Every year. We did it 4 years in a row, and it was pain every single year. They need
Yeah,
to, like, that's the type of stuff we need. And we need people like that to do it.
exactly. He's so the way he engages the audience when he's on camera is great. Like he's captivating. He understands how to use his how to use that camera view and speak directly to the audience and communicate effectively. The pauses, like just how he does that is great. But anyway, if you're a '90s baby or you watch Blues Clues, go check out the Nick Jr. Twitter, and it's probably on the other social media apps that they have, but definitely on Twitter. All of the promo for the 25th anniversary of Blue's Clues. If you are a fan or were a fan of that show growing up, highly recommend it. Grab some tissue.
Yo, that wildly emotional. I was not expecting it. My mom actually saw it this morning. Like, I remember watching it with you, and she was emotional because they put it on the news.
Oh man!
I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's nothing that Katie Monty loved more than the Power Rangers. Yo. If they come back and they give me an emotional message like that, I might fall on the floor. Y'all not gonna see me for a week. I might need to add an extra session.
Yo, speaking of, I don't understand why that Power Rangers movie didn't get a sequel. Cause
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too. It surprised me how good it was. Okay. And it's like they never gave it a sequel. But you know what? We're gonna have to talk about this on like next week on a cookout or do a community session. We might have to do something in Discord and
I don't think we did that movies that deserved a sequel.
Yeah, we should have done that.
That can be a community session. I'll write that down because cool.
That definitely should have. But anyway, we got to get into the topic, which is what if. Because that's what everybody's here to talk about. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. I see Daniel Fisher, Captain's Log.
What's going
on? Appreciate. I saw the message that you posted in Discord about missing the live stream yesterday. It's cool. We love you. We thank you for tuning in and watching the replay. And definitely looking forward to continuing the conversation with you today on this episode. Honeybee Journey. Have to check it out. My kids and I love that. Yeah, you gotta check it out, man. It's super emotional.
More than likely, if your kids are over 14, they saw his video and they're feeling some type of way right now. They have absolutely seen it.
That was a great video, man.
14-year-olds weren't around when Steve was on the show, so I take that back. They may not have had the connection with him that we had because the twins are 17. They were born in 2004.
Yeah, 90s babies grew up with Steve. If you were born basically, early 90s, you definitely have a strong connection to Steve because I was 3 when the show premiered, but I watched every single episode. So, anyways.
Madness. All right, but yes, I think we need a disclaimer.
We got to get a disclaimer on this episode?
Yes.
All right.
I think us watching the promo video for this
wait, time out. Let's let the people rank it because let's rank it in the rank it on the scale of 1 to 10 where you put this episode 5 of What If in the comment section right now. All right, now disclaimer.
Okay. The disclaimer is for those who watched yesterday's show, and those for us and for those who watched yesterday's show, we showed the promo for today's episode, the little preview that they do. I think that was a bad idea. I think, yes, there were snippets of what was going to be in the episode in the preview, but there was also just a general collage of characters. And we assumed that specific variants were going to be in this episode, which were not there. And I think we gassed up the episode way too much prematurely. So if you did not watch yesterday's episode and you did not see the preview, you probably have I don't want to say a higher rating, but you would have enjoyed the episode more than I did because I was waiting for stuff to happen that didn't happen because I told myself stuff was going to happen because I watched the preview. That was a bad idea.
I don't think that affected me that much because I totally forgot I had watched the preview and I still watched this episode and I still was underwhelmed by it. This is definitely my least favorite episode thus far of this show. I can say that at least. It's going to be a 7 for me. Probably maybe 6.5. I'm being generous because I've enjoyed the show thus far. It's not like it was a bad episode. It just was nothing eventful really happened for me. It wasn't. I don't know.
So there were some eventful things for me. The first thing, and I'll put up the captain's logs comment. I was mad at Vision for 2 reasons. 1, why would you do that? That was stupid. 2, I said one and I kept the two. So one, why would you do that? And two, all that trouble they went through to rip that thing out of his head in Infinity War, and he did it in 2 seconds. He had the ability to rip the Mind Stone out of his head the whole time.
They were trying to do it without killing him.
If he knew that it was inevitable, which it was, he could have ripped it out himself. Because Wanda, yes, I can see that at first. But then when it went to Wanda, Wanda had to kill him herself, and she did not have to do that.
Yeah, he could have done that. That's true.
If you could have ripped that thing out your head, sir.
At that point, logic should have just told him to do that. His logic should have overridden and saw that the outcome was inevitable and to remove it from his head.
I'm not gonna hold you.
I agree with you. Like manipulation. That's definitely a plot hole right there.
I have been watching too much like TV, but that feels like manipulation. He knew he could have done it by himself, but he chose to press Wanda out. Okay, that is a toxic relationship, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Yeah, sounds about right. See, my mom's in the chat. She's joined. Welcome.
What's going on?
I know she hasn't seen the episode, but appreciate the support.
I agree. This is my least favorite episode.
It's not a bad episode. It just wasn't as entertaining for me, and I didn't connect to it the same way I have with the other episodes.
So something to draw away from this episode is in the last 2 episodes, we basically see the destructions of worlds, or at least I have a feeling Doctor Strange destroyed his entire universe in last week's episode. At the very least, they killed all of humanity in today's episode.
Yes.
We can't know for sure about other planets because there aren't, as of right now, no zombies on them, but there are at least 2 worlds where the Avengers are done.
Well, hold on. Wait a second. Did we or did we not see a zombie Thanos in that preview?
In the preview?
Yeah, in that trailer that they dropped, that promo trailer. Wasn't there a zombie Thanos, or did I completely make that up?
I don't know. I'm about to pull it up right now and watch it on Skype.
I feel like that was in there. Maybe there's going to be a part 2 of this. Maybe this is part 1 of it, and this.
Well, what do you mean? There was a zombie Thanos in this episode. So what do you?
There was a zombie Thanos
at the very end. At the very end, they take the stone to Wakanda, and Thanos is already there, and he's zombie.
He's a zombie. Oh
yeah. Well, he's in the episode.
Yeah. Well. It was the son that was in the preview. Captain Salag is saying.
What son?
The big dude.
Yes, he was in the preview.
Okay, it wasn't Thanos though in the preview.
It was the big. It was the big son and Squidward.
Yeah. That's right.
But Thanos was zombie by the end of today's episode.
Yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite episode.
So you know what? I'm no longer going to watch the promo trailers because I don't think the Shuri and the Killmonger clips that we saw in the preview weren't things that we're going to see. They just weren't in this episode. So right. I'm going to leave the previews alone until, I don't know, maybe I'll watch them after I watch the episode to see what they snuck in there. But yeah, no, I won't do that to myself.
Yeah, I have been watching the this was the one that just I don't know, maybe because I have been watching the episode previews. So I've seen each one, and it's not really. I don't think it's, for me personally, it hasn't had that an effect on me. It's anticipation of the coming episode usually starts with how good the previous episode has been. Though this hasn't affected my anticipation for next week's episode because I've enjoyed the show thus far. But like, I don't know. I definitely think the marketing was off on that trailer specifically. The other ones
haven't been like that.
Misleading. No, not at all.
I wonder why then.
Not at all. I mean, because I remember the T'Challa one with Star Lord. I remember watching that one. That one basically was exactly what the episode was. It was a nice preview of what the episode was, and then we got a lot more in the episode than what was shown in the preview. And that's how they've all been up to this point. They've all been really good teasers, kind of sort of get you hype about what you can expect in the episode. I mean, even the Captain Carter preview was really good, but the episode still surpassed my expectations. So I don't know. I think that this was just a bad... maybe just a poorly cut together preview trailer.
I do want to change something I just said. I said that in this particular episode, at least all of humanity is dead. But at the end of the episode, Thanos still had the Infinity Gauntlet with all the stones. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that zombie Thanos wouldn't be up for killing half of humanity or half of the universe. It would just take everybody down.
I guess. Does that even make sense though? Because he needs that now to survive.
He's a zombie. Maybe to get to other planets and destroy them, but I have a feeling that this universe is a dead thing too.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I thought that the whole part of the zombieism was that they kind of like needing or having to spread the infection. So
that's what I'm saying.
If there's nothing to infect, then because I feel like that's counterintuitive at that point to him being a zombie. Like I feel like now he's just gonna wipe out half the universe himself with that zombie apocalypse.
The captain's log. Doctor Strange was in the opening scene after Hulk came down. It was Tony Stark, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Wong. Those are the people who took down the big dude and Squidward. So they were right there. He didn't have the cape on. The cape was separate from him, but he had on his blue with the like gold trim tunic fit. But he was in the beginning. I meant like if he's a zombie and he has the Infinity Gauntlet and he can get wherever he wants to, he's gonna go from planet to planet and eat people. So I would just assume that this particular universe, just like the last one, have been destroyed. So basically, like there are decisions that can be made that would destroy the universe.
How many? What is this going to be? 9 episodes?
I don't know.
To 8? How many more episodes do we have left? Are you looking it up?
Yes.
All right. Because I'm curious now, like how many more of these are we going to be able to watch? Because I hope it's not 6, because that would, where it ends at this point, would be like kind of odd. I'm hoping that we've got at least 4 more.
9.
Okay, cool. So that'll take us to the end of the month. Perfect. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Yes, the captain thought that was him and Wong. Also, they trim Wong down a bit in the what if. They put him on a little diet. I don't know if y'all peeped. This is the second time we've seen him. He looks a little thinner.
Really?
Yes.
I have to go back. I didn't know. Well, you know what? Yeah, you are right. His animated form is a little thinner than his live action self.
Because Thanos is still big, maybe even bigger. But Wong, they trimmed him down a bit. All right, I'm not going to hold on. I'm not as
excited. Hulk, though. I feel like they shrunk the Hulk. Like he doesn't seem as big as he does in live action. They exaggerate his form when he's like yelling and screaming and stuff, but like he seems kind of small in comparison to his live action self.
I gotta watch it.
You speak of that. Yeah.
I wonder why they did that.
I mean, I noticed like they do
You know what?
exaggerate his form when he's like in action, but like when he's just Hulk, like he seems kind of small. Yeah, that's also another thing. Like, did he actually get infected? Hulk get infected, or could that not? Because that would be strange. Like, how did the zombies break through his skin? That makes no sense.
Well, did Thanos have the stones before he got infected? I mean, the whole point of going to Wakanda was to get all the stones, but if they get to Wakanda and they were already they allude to when they get to Wakanda, there are already zombies there. So there's a chance Thanos could have beat them, but at some point, I I'm gonna go with he became a zombie beforehand. And also he was so powerful, they literally needed everybody and they still couldn't beat him. The majority of the people who were trying to beat him in Infinity War were already zombies at this point. So, and as powerful as Wakanda was, it's clear they didn't have the power to fight Thanos on his own. So I will go out on a limb and say that he became a zombie before getting the gauntlet. But it's very clear. Oh, and also I'll say I thought it was cool that they were able to keep their powers and their fighting styles. Like I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I will say though that Spider-Man definitely shined in this episode. I think he was my favorite part of the episode.
I
consistently.
I wonder how they pick and choose whose likeness is going to be on point and whose is not. Like, I don't think that Peter Parker looks just like, what's his name?
Tom Holland. Yeah,
Tom
I
Holland.
agree with you on that. But it was definitely Bucky, Tom Holland voicing it.
Right, but Bucky looks exactly like
he looks
Bucky.
Spot on.
Captain Carter looks exactly like the woman who plays her. So I wonder how they're picking and choosing who to get right and who to get wrong.
I wonder if it's a matter of who were maybe late additions. Like perhaps Spider-Man was a late addition to this show, and so they just didn't have enough time to get his caricature right. Possibly because I feel like since Bucky was in the first episode, I think that he probably was in early pre-production work, and maybe Spider-Man was a late addition because they did have that issue with Sony, and so maybe while this was happening, they didn't have access to Spider-Man, or they didn't know if they're going to be able to use Spider-Man.
So they used a different image.
They had probably another character that they were going to use, possibly. Because I think of all of the characters, his likeness is probably the least on. Like he looks like a very generic Peter Parker. He looks like almost like a blend of all of the Spider-Man thus far.
I want to double check it, but I think I felt the same way about Black Widow in episode 3. I'm pretty sure. Was episode 3? I'm pretty sure Black Widow did not look
like Scarlett Jo either.
So I wonder how they're.
That wasn't Tom Holland's voice. Are you sure? That sounded just like Tom Holland. He's got a really good impersonator.
So then, if that's the case, maybe that's when they were beefing.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Tom Holland. That is wild.
That's a great impersonator because you couldn't have told me that wasn't him.
I was totally convinced that was him.
Okay.
Hudson Thames is his name.
Oh, the zombie cab was easily the coolest looking one of them all. That scene was really creepy when they were in the train.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, so here's my issue with the episode, and I think this is what it boils down to. Y'all know how I feel about horror films and how I feel about zombies. This was not scary. Zombies are supposed to be scary, so that's where they.
Wow, were you were you expecting it to be scary? I wasn't expecting it to be scary. That definitely
zombies are scary. I'm confused.
No, really?
Zombies
are only scary. Well, 28 weeks later was chilling, but whatever the I think
you don't think Train to Busan was scary? Train to Busan had me screaming at the TV. Are you crazy? I was on the couch yelling. It evoked an emotional response.
Okay, I'll give you that. but that's like I don't know. I don't know.
Or
I
at
don't
least,
know.
if not horrifying, then thrilling. This wasn't that for me.
I
And I
agree with
don't
that.
think you can have one without the other. Like, you can't give me a zombie movie and it's like it's only action. No,
Yeah,
there should be some fear. There wasn't enough.
and it was very light-hearted, and it didn't fit the tone. I don't know the tones. I think I don't know what they were trying to do. It didn't work for me though either, tonally.
I'm trying my best not to ish on this episode, but that just seems to be all I'm doing in my head. Blam Blam was the best part.
Yeah, I don't, I don't know. This episode, yeah, I don't know. I might have to drop my score back to a 6.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because
Definitely, I saw a few scores in there. If you're just now joining, make sure you drop your score scale of 1 to 10 for episode 5 of What If in the comments.
I am going to stand by my statement that had I not seen yesterday's preview, I don't think my opinion would be so sour.
But you just
I was expecting things that I did not see.
But the whole zombie, did you know it was a zombie episode prior to seeing that?
No,
because I think that still would have thrown you off,
regardless
of whether or not
I knew there was a zombie episode coming because I had seen I had seen pictures online of zombie characters, so I knew that there is a zombie episode within this. So yeah, I don't think that would have bothered me, and they make it clear early in the episode that this is the zombie episode.
That's
also I would have known it because of the name. The name of the episode is What If Zombies, and I usually check that before I start the episode. So I would have known before I started it at the very least.
Yeah, I'm still feeling like preview or no preview. This episode fell flat for me.
All right. I wanted to do this yesterday, but we didn't get the chance. If you had to rank the episodes from best to worst, or from your favorite to your least favorite, where would you go? Starting at the top.
Episode 4 was definitely at the top. Let me think. Okay, episode 4. Episode 2, 1, 3, and then 5.
I think I'm going episode 1, Captain Carter. Episode 4, Supreme Strange. I liked episode 3. I think I'm going to go episode 3, What If All the Heroes Disappeared. Episode 2, Star-Lord, T'Challa, and then episode 5. But that's no shade to episode 2. I loved the first 4 episodes.
Are like on par with, like, I think they're neck and neck for me personally. Like, I could put 2 or 3 or 3 or 2.
Where I'm struggling is still just, if that episode is connected to another episode, I would just need to see it to seal the deal, because it's just so outlandish and fantastical. And that's why I said I loved about episodes 1 and 4. I could see those being films that I actually want to watch. Not really interested in seeing the other 3. There's just not stories I'm interested in seeing on screen right now. And especially if they can't make a scary movie, then I don't want to see the zombies.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm cool on the zombie thing. This is for sure my least favorite. It just wasn't executed, in my opinion. It didn't have the magic the other episodes have had.
The Uncool says episodes 2, then 4, 3, 5, then 1. I don't appreciate the Captain Carter slander. That's what it feels like. I'm going to let it go. You're entitled to your own opinions. The Captain's Log says 3, 4, 1, 2, then 5. Wait, Uncle, you like today's episode more than Captain Carter? Why? If you could please say that in the comments, because I just have some questions. Captain Carter was a great episode. I just don't understand.
Yeah, that was a very strong episode for me. Like, I mean, it was like I knew that episode was going to. I knew the first episode was going to be the Captain Carter episode, and I still was surprised by how much I liked it.
I'm
Like,
glad they started with that.
yeah, like it felt like it felt like the first Avenger, but they had a different, more mature tone, and that I definitely appreciated because it felt like we talked about it on the review. Like it felt more like in line with Winter Soldier in tone than the early Marvel MCU movies, and I definitely appreciated that. Like I thought that would have been, man, the first Avenger would be like on like top of people's list if it had like that Winter Soldier vibe and tone.
Yeah.
And seriousness. Like it definitely, I think it would have been higher on a lot of people's lists. And I feel like that definitely Captain Britain, or she's not technically Captain
Captain Carter.
Carter. I wonder if they're going to give her that title at some point if we see that character again in the What If.
I'm trying to think. Today's episode matched the tone of like Iron Man 2.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. It was its own thing for me. Like it was definitely a unique episode, but I'm just not. I was not a fan of what happened in the episode.
I do want to watch the episode again because I know they're not giving these to us for no reason. Although I do believe this was derived from the comics. Isn't there like a zombies thing in the comics? Doesn't that happen?
I don't know. That I'm not familiar with. I wouldn't be surprised. Like they try any and everything in the comics, so that would not surprise me at all.
But they do important things in each episode. Like for example, Thanos being able to rip out his own stone. Not Thanos, Vision. They didn't put that there for no reason. If Vision is able to rip the stone out of his own head, they put that there for a reason. What I want to pay more attention to is who killed who in this episode. Like who was able to beat who or fight who. I do believe wasn't Hulk knocking around Wanda, not Scarlet Witch, but Wanda. I think that's the first time we've seen that on screen, right? Didn't he hit her? Or did I make that up? Go back to the episode. I'm pretty sure he was hitting her.
Wait, what? He was hitting who?
Wanda. Hulk was fighting Wanda.
Oh yeah, he definitely. Well, she blocked it with her chaos magic, but yeah, they definitely shot the fade.
That's what I'm saying. And he wasn't like winded or anything when he was fighting her, so that's notable. But seeing who the zombie versions, like the zombie versions weren't holding back and the human versions had to defend themselves, so I want to watch it again to see like who was able to defeat who.
But okay, so but did Hulk didn't get it infected, did he, in this episode?
Mm-mm.
He couldn't have. There's no way he got infected.
So I mean, I think it might be safe to say he may still be alive. The only thing that's ever hurt Hulk that we've seen, Thanos definitely had him scared, but the only thing that did real physical damage was the Infinity Gauntlet when he did the snap when he unblipped.
Yeah, that broke skin. But there's no way a zombie bite is that anywhere can approximate that.
Maybe if Thanos bit him. Because Thanos was putting enough on the work on him that he didn't want to come back out in Infinity War. So maybe
the thing is that he'd have to break skin and then train. Like I don't see him being able to do that.
Who knocked his tooth out? In Age of Ultron, somebody knocked Hulk's tooth out, right? Who did that?
That's wild. I don't even remember him getting his tooth knocked out in that movie.
It happened when they were in Africa and he was jacking up people. Somebody hit him.
Really?
And yeah. Who knocked out Hulk's tooth? I remember seeing that in the movie theater and everybody was like, oh, because he got really mad.
I think Daniel Fisher, I think he's got the same scorecard you got for the episode rankings. 4,
Who?
1, 2, 3, 5.
I think I put 1 first.
Oh yeah, you did put 1 first.
I put 1 for.
Oh, maybe it was Iron Man in the Hulkbuster. Yeah, it was Iron Man.
Yes.
The Hulkbuster suit. I do
But
remember that now because he was like he basically punched him into the staircase.
That wasn't
repeatedly.
what did it. They got into a fight and Hulk threw after the punching in the face. Hulk threw Hulkbuster into the elevator, and the Hulkbuster threw an elevator at him and hit him in the mouth.
In the mouth, and then
I mean, he is possible. He is capable of breaking skin. I mean, if you lose a tooth, that's an open wound right there. So it's possible. It just takes a lot of effort. But I was saying, I want to watch the episode again to see who is capable of beating who. Like the airplane scene in Civil War isn't really a fair fight because they were still friends. Like, no, there wasn't true anger. In this episode, we really got to see heroes versus heroes. So I want to watch it again to see who was really able to, because some people lost those fights.
They were basically just trying to get each other out their way. One was trying to stop the other. Yeah, that wasn't a real showdown. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm done, I guess, talking about. I have nothing else to say.
Oh dang!
In regards to this,
the green screen is messing me up.
It's not going to show up on the green screen.
I tried to show y'all him spitting his tooth out and looking angry. I just remember in the theater, everybody was like, "Oh snap!"
Everybody knew he messed up at that point. It's like, eeh. But
I think that's all I got too.
Yeah. All right. Closing out.
Yes. As always, thank you for watching. Sorry, this didn't seem like a very fun episode, but I don't think we liked the episode that much, so it was a little difficult. But thank you for watching. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Certified Gumbo. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel if you have not already, and make sure you turn on those notifications. We're doing a lot of streaming now, and you don't want to miss it. You might see Coop play some games. All right. Coop. Oh, did I miss something? Yeah, please buy some coffee. The link is in the description bar down below. And as always, please join us on Discord. We talk about this stuff all day, every day. So please join us. Coop, Friday.
Yeah, I'll be doing the gameplay Friday. So make sure you turn on the bell icon so you get notified when I go live, because I don't have a set time. It will be after 6 p.m. So just be on the lookout for that notification. I will be going live on YouTube and Twitch. So if you got Twitch, follow us on Twitch too.
If you're watching, that bell is in Coop's bottom corner. It's over here.
Yeah, and
press that.
All links, like Imani said, down below in the description. So make sure you do that. And yeah,
Shang-Chi
always say,
Tuesday.
Oh yeah, definitely reviewing Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi on Tuesday.
Shang-Chi
on Tuesday. So be on the lookout for that. Definitely tune in. That will be the cookout episode for next week. And as I always say, peace, love, blessings, and may the force be with you always.